What's going on, guys? Figured I'd bring you a quick haul video of some of the stuff I grabbed from the shop Goodwill and the Goodwill eBay auctions, and from a couple local connections and stopping at some thrift stores. So the first thing we'll start with is some of the board games I picked up and a little toy. Just a basic Hot Wheels Star Wars toy. It goes on the end of your finger, kinda. You guys probably will not be able to see the back of that. Maybe the camera will focus. Brings about $18 on Amazon. It was $1, so it was worth grabbing. Next game is Stratego. There's a couple variations of this game. It was $3 at the Goodwill. It has all the parts. Basically looks brand new. Brings $25 used on Amazon FBA. Again, these are Canadian prices, guys. Next is Life, the Simpsons Edition game. It is complete, in fairly good shape. It was $2 at the Goodwill. There were no FBA offers in Canada. New it was almost $100, so I'll probably list this for about $40 and sit on it and see what we get for it. Next board game, I sold a few of these, the logo board game. Again, I get about $18 to $23, depending kind of where it's sitting right now. I haven't checked lately, but that usually does pretty good. This one's complete. Everything was, I'll open this one up for you. Everything's just nice and clean in there. So that's pretty cool. And I think this one, I paid $3 maybe for this one. Sealed Mega Blocks. It never brings as much as Lego, but it always does decent, especially if it's, like Halo or a video game or some sort of iconic thing that it's related to. It'll do good. Paid $1 for it. It's bringing $18.95 new from actually the Amazon warehouse deal, so I'll probably throw it up for $16. I don't grab a lot of DVDs or Blu-rays, but anything kind of World War II, that's bringing 18 used on FBA, so that's a nice, easy, quick send-in. It was $2 for that. I think all DVDs and movies are $2 at the Goodwill we go to. Next, grab two of these. One still got the price on it, $4 each. Some nice component cables so you can play your PSP on the TV. Now it's for a PSP Model 1. These were bringing $25 a piece new on Amazon FBA, so they'll get sent in. Obviously a good find. You might want to be careful sending something like that in new because of the broken corner, even though it is new. These I don't care too much about, so they're just going to go in as new. I don't think there'll be a complaint about that. I'll take the risk. Now I actually like playing this game too. Super Mastermind, again bringing about $22 Canadian on FBA. I paid $2 for that one. I still got to bag all these and list them. And the last board game I grabbed was Monopoly Star Wars Episode 1 Edition, the Collector's Edition. It was $5 at the Goodwill. Now normally I won't grab Monopolies unless they're unique like this, like a Star Wars Edition, a Halo, Mario Edition, anything like that. I will pick up. Monopolies are a pain to go through because there's so much to count with properties and the houses and the money and everything like that. But this is bringing about $40 Canadian on FBA, so I'll do the work and count the pieces. Move these out of the way. Okay, had to get some boxes moved out of the way and some board games. Next thing, these came from the Goodwill auction. I got them for $5. The auction ended kind of late at night. They are Sailor Moon dolls. I forget her name. I think he was called Tuxedo Mask. He has the hat too. There it is. So these will probably go on eBay. I'll sit on them for about $25 or so for the pair. Just maybe throw a best offer on there, see where it goes from there. Any sort of early mid-90s kids stuff seems to be worth grabbing. Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z stuff, 90s Lego, video games obviously. Now here's something I see passed up all the time at garage sales, and I always do very good off them, and that is My Little Pony stuff. The big ones, the little ones. Now I paid $10 for this whole lot of them, and I would get way more than that just lotting them up how they are on eBay. I'm going to go through and make sure there's none that are worth a huge amount. You really want the ones from the 80s and early 90s. This is the late 90s, early 2000s for the most part. I'll still do alright off them. Like I said, I'll go through them, make sure there's none that are worth a ton, and then I'll probably just lot them all up and sell them as they are. You can clean them and wipe them down. I might do a few of them because I mean that one's pretty stained and scuzzy looking. But yeah, $10 for that. Even just the lot, I'll probably get over $30 for the lot. I'll probably run them as an auction too, to be honest. Next, I will go through a bunch of stuff I got in the e-waste bin. So there was no cost to me. First are both these. They are DVD players. Basically, the DVD goes in the back. They wrap around the seats, so you can have DVDs and screens on the back of your seats for when you have kids. Now, these don't have any power cords with them. I found one that fit and tested them. Both work. One looks like it was never used, which was this one. This one looks fairly used, but they still both work. Like I said, no cost in them. Next thing we have, still again from the e-waste bin, is a couple of laptops. Now, this one has no back covers, no RAM, no hard drive, no Wi-Fi card. It did have a power cord. It powered on, but it did not turn onto the screen. It's one that you can turn upside down, and it's a touch tablet. I tried hooking up a VGA out through there. Still couldn't get the screen to work. So the video card on the motherboard is likely pooched. That seems to be what comes up with these a lot. Still, it'll get started at like a $5 or $8 auction on eBay, and whatever I get for it, I'll be happy because there's no cost into it. Next laptop is this nice compact. It's got a pretty big screen, Windows Vista computer, runs an Intel dual core. It does have the back, it has a hard drive, it has 2 gig of RAM, and it has a Wi-Fi card. I could get it to boot up, but it just boots to a white screen, so the hard drive's probably pooched in it. Again, it will just get thrown on auction. I might put the both together, start it at $10 and see where it goes, or I'll just run them both at $8 or so and let them run an auction and again see where they go. Normally I don't do auctions, but on broken as is electronics, I always do it. And again, when I have no cost into it other than 10 minutes of my time to take some pictures and list it, I'm not too worried about what it brings. Last thing from the e-waste bin, cell phones. Just a couple BlackBerry Curves and a Galaxy Ace maybe or something like that, older model Samsung. I can't test any of them because the power charging port, if it picks it up on the camera, is broken on all 4 of them. So again, I'll run it at a $5 auction. I'll get whatever I get for it. People will use them for parts or fix them. Now the last thing, or the thing I've been saving till last, I won't pull all the wires out because it'll just make a mess, is all the consoles. Now, on top of having the e-waste bin, I have a few guys that know what I'm looking for. If they come across it, they'll buy it for me and stuff like that. And the other is actually an e-waste guy. He does all the electronics recycling. So when he finds video games and stuff, he contacts me. So the things he brought me are 2 N64s. Now again, everything has the wires. I'm just not going to pull the wires out for them. They're both in good shape. I checked them both. They both don't have expansion packs in the covers. But yeah, 2 N64s. $20 a piece into each one, so that's not that bad. An original PlayStation 1, again, came with 2 controllers, multi-port out, so you can have 4-player games, 4 controllers hooked up, a couple memory cards and all that, all the wires. $5 for that, that's all I ever pay for these from him. The other thing I got is a Sega Genesis Model 1. Again, it came with all the cords, RF adapter. It's pretty dirty and scuzzy. I'm halfway through a video for you guys about how I clean these, pack them, prep them, price them, ship them to Amazon or list them on eBay, so hopefully that'll come soon. It's just, there's been a lot of footage shot for it and a lot of editing. This is still one that has to be cleaned up. But again, $15 into this, I'll probably get $45, $50 for it. All the controllers come with it. One of the things he brought me, I'll be keeping for myself. I still gotta clean it up though, is a Sega Master System. I don't have one of these yet in my collection, so I will keep it. Again, I'm $20 into this off of them, which isn't that much. It came with some pretty cool controller, and then just your basic controllers. And then the sort of really cool one, the creme de la creme that I want to keep, but honestly I'll probably sell it because I'll be able to get well over $100 for it. Again, Canadian, not US. US I'll probably get $80, $95 for it. Is a Turbo Graphics. Now this is the American version and it's super clean. I haven't even cleaned this one yet and it's just in great shape. The back comes off. That's where you'd add your CD port. But yeah, Turbo Graphics Came out, I want to say maybe it's dated on the back, 86 or so. And it's awesome. I'm pretty happy to have this. The games actually go in here, and they look like credit cards almost, with little kind of brass or whatever, copper teeth on the back. And they just slide in there. It's pretty neat. It came with the controller, all the power cords, stuff like that. If you see this, grab it. It'll bring 120 easily. How it sits, tested working with the power cord, video cord, and a controller. So yeah, that's the last thing I got. Super happy I got that. Again, I'm kind of bouncing back and forth whether I should keep it or whether I should sell it, because like I said, it will bring me over $120, but it's in such good shape. Anyways, guys, that's everything I got over the weekend. Not a huge haul, but I figured some interesting things. Thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for that video on how to clean and prep these things. It should be out in the next couple days, maybe a week. Thanks again, everyone. Have a great night. Bye.